So this is my 2022 face makeup tutorial, just because I found different ways to wear makeup more casually and a little bit more long lasting, at least for me. And I have a job interview, so I was thinking, why not? And I've already like prepped my skin. I just put a primer on. I have a little bit of like a lipstick balm on. So yeah. First thing that I'm gonna do is my brows. Just because I still have a little bit of left in this before I use my new brow pencil, but the Lift and Snatch, it's more of like an ink, so I can kind of like stain my brows essentially. And I have pretty like okay shaped brows. They're just not always, they're not fully thick, but they have the shape of a thick brow. So let's see if I can do this properly. Plus, like I said, my pen is like running out, but I'll be excited to use my new brow pen when the time comes. Also, because of the lighting, this is kind of difficult. And then I'm gonna like clean stuff up. And then once I go in with the brow pen, I just start spooling the product more into my brows. Plus, because of the nature of the brow pen, the spoolie just allows me to like clean it up more, which is nice, especially if you just put it on there and then just kind of like let the product dry in a little bit, which is good. But so far I think that's a pretty good base for my brows, and because of the lighting and everything, it's gonna seem like this brow is so much lighter than this brow. But yeah, if you look at it straight on in my mirror though, like they look snatched, like they look really good. So I like to go in with like a powder later, like after I do my face, just so I can have a good base and structure to start with, and then having the color on top later, because powders, creams, liquids, you know, things like that. I'm gonna mix my foundations though, because summertime and like weird skin type and not finding colors and just liking the products that I have, but they're not fully specific. Although the AOA Studio Pro Wear foundation, the full coverage one, this actually is a pretty good match. It just needs to be a little bit lighter. So usually I like to mix in the liquid concealer also from AOA with it, and it tends to give me like the perfect color. But I also have like some other stuff. Like recently, the last foundation I was kind of just wearing, I just kind of like put it on my face with my hands, was the e.l.f. Camo CC cream, because this shit is good. And it has SPF in it, even though I already put on sunscreen. But I don't know, this is really nice. It's more of like a medium coverage though. So like really quick and easy, just. And then I've had this for a minute that I do like when it does get more summery, and I'm probably gonna mix this, the Shiseido Synchro Skin. So I'll probably just take a pump of that with the Pro Wear, because that Pro Wear stuff is crazy. Honestly, fuck it, we're gonna mix a little bit of everything because that's what we're gonna do. And I have like the little spatula to mix it all up, which is so convenient. Honestly, I really like it. I've noticed that mixing them all together and then applying them has been a lot better for me than just like dotting the different colors on my face. Although sometimes like that can be nice, but I've changed how I've done my makeup, which has been great. I think it's definitely impacted my face for the long term. And I do have a wet sponge. There it is. It's also wet from AOA. It was a part of their big sponge collection. They're so affordable. So once I have it mixed, then I'll start dabbing on the center of my face. Oh, it looks like a lot of product, but just what I like to do. I start with my center now, take a break, and then I just start going to the center. I used to just put the product on and like start from like an edge and like work my way up. But now, since I've been doing it from the center, I've been able to disperse the product a little bit better and make sure that no product or products on my face are going to waste, which is also great. And this is a damp sponge. It's not fully damp, but also the type of sponge it is a little bit harder than like a Real Technique sponge, which is a lot more softer. So far, looking at it in the mirror with the lighting, I definitely have quite a bit of hair on my face right now, so it is gonna affect that product just a little bit, but it's okay, because we're not going for perfect today. We just want some type of coverage. So now that I've done the center, I kind of just start adding to more outer parts of the face. I do have a lot of product on this tray just because I mix so much, but I don't always use everything, which is probably bad on my part, but sometimes I need to mix a lot to really get that color, and then just having the excess just in case for touch-up is great. So I think I'm just gonna outside of the forehead first. Usually I end up waiting on the forehead as my last option. I used to, but now I'm trying to remember, like, hey, forehead coverage is still as important as side face coverage. And I've noticed when I would do my forehead last, it just kind of made when I do like contour bronzing, like it just made it kind of look really weird because I would let it dry too much. And like my forehead isn't, like especially on the outer parts of my forehead, it's not too oily. Whereas like with the sides of my face, they're a little bit more oily, so that product can kind of sit with it for a little bit and it's not going to get too dry. And I usually have enough time to like blend it out. Always bring it down. I usually like to take the excess parts after like blending in the face and then drag it down. I usually don't like to put too much product on my neck just because I think it can be really noticeable, although I do think blending is important. But that's why I really try to make sure that my skin matches like the rest of my body. Like I do have like a bit of a tan, but like when I have certain parts of my body that are tanned, that's when I just try to make sure that my bronzer, my contour matches that tan a little bit more. So it kind of evens everything out, even though you're not really fully even, unless like you have a full body tan or you're just fully pale. Or you're just, you know, naturally beautiful and have everything perfect for you. But that's pretty rare. And I think it's okay to kind of, you know, show that you're not fully all the same and stuff, but you still just want to look presentable or feel good, and however you're doing your makeup for whatever reason. I'm just mainly doing it today because I have a job interview, and if I'm doing makeup, I really don't want to have to wear a mask because I want to show it off and I want to feel good and I want the sun to hit my skin and I want to have my little moment. Because my cat's watching me. You know, once I put some powder on there, like, you looking good. Be fine. Yeah, I feel like this face is looking good. Alright. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna keep my foundation like that, honestly. Like, you can see my skin texture and whatnot, but I don't care. I'm feeling good. So we're gonna move on. I'm using this glow palette. I don't even think it's made anymore, but it's like, ooh, actually, we're gonna use this sponge. But it has a really nice glow. I mean, it's literally called a glow palette, but see, like, glow. Just adding that same product. I usually don't go down that far, but now I'm changing. Or I've been changing, which is great. Changing for the better. And for my skin too. My skin has been a lot clearer, and I'm starting to notice that I really just get breakouts from monthly periods, or, you know, since I've been working out a lot recently too, like my sweat glands are just, and then I think I'm gonna take that same color and just put it in my crease just for some color, because I've also noticed that with the Easy 2022 face that I'm presenting, I haven't fully done like big eyeshadow looks like I used to, because I want it to be more like a natural everyday look. And usually when I do like bigger eyeshadow colorful looks, it's for like events, or if I always have like a really cute outfit and I'm like trying to go crazy with it. But this is an interview, so I want to maintain some professionalism and order and make sure that everything just kind of looks natural and good. And, you know, it also just depends on the type of job that you're applying for. And, you know, if I was going for maybe like a makeup artistry type of job, then I would do some more like bold eyeshadow to show that I can use the products, I can, you know, do what's necessary with clients, things like that. But that's not the type of job. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and move on to blush right now, because I might come back for more bronzer, but I really want to do the blush. So been using the Miss Piggy palette. I love this palette so much. I think I'm gonna go in for more of that red tone, using the same side of that blender. See if I can. I just don't want it to turn out too pinky. Not right now anyway, I can always build it up, but we'll see. It's just a really, really pretty, like, pinky red. I usually try to find a more neutral blush to do this with, but I really, because I have more sun-kissed skin right now, at least on my body, I don't mind like putting a little bit more blush on my face. And plus, with this, I've also been taking my blush up. So let me see if I can just do this properly. I've been taking it up like this, so it goes across like all of my nose and like this little section right here above like my natural cheekbones. Almost kind of like it would be a sunburn kind of look. And usually I did not do that. But I'm trying things out to see if it just does something for me. And I really liked it the last time. I mean, I've done it the last like few times. I mean, I want to say a few times. The most times that I've done my makeup this year, I've been doing it like that, and I really like the way it looks because I don't know. And I haven't even set my face yet. I'm just letting everything just kind of sink in. And like, I mean, I kind of toned it down just a little bit just by blending in that blush. It's so cute. I think I'm gonna take some more. I'll take the excess blush too and just kind of put it above my temples, kind of working it all the way up to kind of coincide, and then I'll also just kind of blend the rest of that blush, if there's any on the sponge, just down. Sometimes I'll put it on my chin, just depending. I'm really liking this glow right now. So I think, let me check it. Yeah, I'm feeling cute. I'll say that, I'm feeling really cute. And because of how like glowy my bronzer, contour, and blush mix ends up usually being on my face, I haven't really been using highlighter as much, unless I'm going for a more matte look and it's like darker it's more of a nighttime type of look. So I think I'm gonna keep it like that. Like, I'm not done yet. Like, I'm still doing my makeup, but I know I'm getting close to being done. Just because it is supposed to be considered a more easy look. A little bit under my eye. Just a little bit. Definition. My big guys. I'm having a little bit of nose separation, like right here. I don't know why. Usually, excuse me, I take a different contour shade, Neath Big Gold, and I'll use that for my brows, just to kind of fill them in, make them a little bit darker. And I'll go in with the spoolie again. I haven't used this brush in a minute. I'm gonna start putting on my powder, my like foundation powder, to start setting everything. Right, so I just put the powder all over my face, kind of distribute it as much as I can. I usually would do a little bit darker on the eyes, but I'm just gonna leave it for now because I am gonna have to go to my interview soon. But we're almost done. I'm gonna go ahead and do my mascara. I don't really need too much, you know, I'm just trying to do my thing. And then I did a little bit on my lid, so I'm just trying to blend that away. Sometimes I'll put mascara on my bottom lashes, but right now, probably just gonna keep it on my top lashes. And then gonna go in with more of a neutral lip. It's almost like my natural lip, just a little bit more red. And then I like to follow my natural lips. I think it's looking pretty good. Go in my setting spray. And then my fan. From there, I'd say we have my 2022 face. I'm gonna just kind of keep my hair how it be. And yeah, I think I'm ready for my interview. So, yeah.